You must be dead. You dumb fuck. If you don't know, that is the motherfucking Mafia Material Podcast, episode number 61.
Rest in
Why
peace
we
to
on
Mamba
the
Edition.
subject? Huh? You believe that? I would have remembered that. I would have had a whole different joint today. But hey, we're gonna talk about Mamba tomorrow, some classic moments. Fuck it. But yeah. Since we're on the subject of Chicago, and we've been covering the THF Beijing, the O51 Woo, we got another O51 member, O51 RILLA. And this nigga right here, bro, you know, man, he was one of them ones from what my little research is going and shit, but he got hit up. So tell y'all what we know. You know. Now, you know, in the world of Chicago drill, names aren't just identifiers, you know, they're pretty much legacies and shit. But in a city where, you know, the music is inseparable from the streets, it seems, the legacies are often, you know, cut short, like we just discussed with the whole SNTV spill. You know, Chicago really could have been, you know, another Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? On January 11th, 2026, the South Side lost a foundation stone, you could say, a cornerstone rather. You know, this is the story of O51 RILLA, a founding member of one of the most notorious collectors in, you know, modern street history, O51 Young Money. You know, now we gotta talk about the foundation of 51st. You know, to understand RILLA, you gotta understand, you know, the O51. The name isn't random, you know what I mean? That shit really, it represents the intersection of 51st Street and Martin Luther King Drive. But when you hear niggas say King Drive, they talk about MLK. You know what I'm saying? How ironic. The nigga that was for non-violence is
Got the most violent streets in the world.
Oh God, I ain't never been through a peaceful MLK. Yeah. And you know, unlike the massive corporate style gangs of the 90s, O51 Young Money represents the new era of Chicago. You know, that 3-letter gang shit. You know what I mean? Smaller, tight knit, and you know, real territorial ass niggas. You know what I'm saying? And RILLA wasn't just another member. He was like one of the founders. You know, alongside figures who would become household names in the drill scene, like, you know, the late O51 Melly, you know what I'm saying? You know, Woo, his brother, you know, all that shit. And somebody had let me know in the comments and shit that I think I mentioned that before and shit, that they told it, because I thought somebody had reported that Woo was Melly's older brother, but Melly was actually the big brother. You know what I'm saying? You know, RILLA helped build Young Money, they say, into, you know, a powerhouse that commanded respect and sparked fear all through the South Side. You know what I mean? The rivalries and, you know, all that shit like tied in the music, like in Chicago, you know, your block defines your allies and your enemies and shit. So for O51, the lines were drawn early. Like they became locked in, you know, legendary, often, shit, not often, like always violent. You know, beef with the Parkway Gardens, better known as O Block, King Von and them niggas. THF 46, you know, in particular. I saw somewhere on like Chiracology, nigga was saying that somebody from Young Money and said some shit to the extent of we ain't got no op up 46 or some shit. So yeah, now if you think about it, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51. Like niggas away 5 blocks away.
Hey.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and it was smoke. Like, now, if you follow the scene, if y'all follow the scene and shit, then y'all know these names. You know what I'm saying? You know THF Bezu, which we covered on this channel. You know what I'm saying? You heard the name dropped in song, you know, meant to provoke and taunt and all that bullshit. And RILLA sat at the center of all this, like, you know, the whole web. While some members chose the spotlight, you know, through rap, RILLA's influence was felt, you know, in the group's internal structure, you know, in the street presence. And nigga with the OG in the scene where many don't live that long to be, you know, like to earn the title. And, you know, that's the crazy shit too, because all these guys that have been getting hit, like the Bezus and all that shit, like these are older niggas. You know, to these niggas, like what's crazy, these niggas have already survived wars. You get what I'm saying? To where niggas looked at them like, oh, he probably ain't never gonna get caught lacking. You know what I'm saying? But you know, niggas start believing in their own power and shit. Now, so talking about January 11th, 2026, you know, the cycling of violence in the drill scene is relentless. It's already claimed, you know, 2 brothers, O51 Melly and O51 Woo, recently. You know what I mean? Like, damn, practically like less than a month apart, or about a month apart. You know what I'm saying? O51 feeling it, like 2 primary members. On the night of January 11, 2026, it came for RILLA, man. Reports state that RILLA was shot and killed near 85th Street and Stony Island Avenue. You know, the news moved through social media like wildfire and shit. That's how I came across it. And within hours, the Chicago like rap community, Chiracology, was flooded with tributes. You know, some niggas were trolling. You know, and you know, that's it, man. Like another pillar in the drill scene, for better or worse. You know what I'm saying? You know, I did. Now, why does RILLA's death matter? Because it's like, it's really marking the end of an era. You know what I'm saying? Like, the loss of a founder, you know what I'm saying? From 051, like Melly was already big for them and shit like that. Like, I've heard reports saying they never really fully recovered, you know, at least from a, you know, moral standpoint. You know what I'm saying? Like, 051, you know, Young Money like faces an uncertain future, because now it's like Zoo was the big dog out there. Like after you know, Brother went and sat down, Brother with the nigga that had the was holding his celly hostage and hit the CO with the Glock Dookie shit. You know what I mean? So, you know, it definitely ain't just a headline, man. This shit is a reflection of, you know, the ongoing war in Chirac, where the talent and the leadership of the, you know, the young niggas are frequently lost to the very drill lifestyle that they helped create. And RILLA, you know what I mean, was a founder and a symbol of the 051 movement. Like, he was a face. You know, so as the South Side continues to, you know, go through it, to mourn and slide, the question remains, when did the music stop, you know, or the beef at least, you know what I'm saying, and the peace begin? And I don't know, you know, niggas like J Main out here, you know, he trying to pushing peace and whoop, you know, we helping out our people and shit, all this shit. I mean, that's cool, but Nigga, it's a lot of blood spilled, like, cause it's not just like, all right, you know how, bro, like, we might know niggas that,
Then he go on O Block and got chased over O Block trying to push that P shit.
I know one time he went over there and was good. I don't know about, a time over there. I
Yeah,
know one time he
yeah,
went over
yeah.
there
I
with
remember.
Pop.
Yeah, I remember.
And,
Yeah, I remember watching the video. He went over there and they told that nigga get the fuck around here.
yeah, I know one time he went over there with he was over there like with the Muslim brothers and shit, and the nigga Tay Savage was over there with him. So he was good that time, cause like niggas ain't gonna, like they call that nigga Tay, like they say, the work he put in, they call that nigga John Wick in Chicago. Yeah, they say that boy, he know other shit. Like he ain't just one of them niggas with a gun. Like yeah, that nigga know how, he probably know how to take that shit apart.
Shit, you take a gun apart, you can travel with that motherfucker. Yeah, we go put that bitch back together.
Yeah, man. Shit, Beanie Siegel knew that.
Shout out to the Broad Street Bully.
But yeah, man, let us know your thoughts in the comments. And you know how some of y'all drillers are and shit like that. I ain't even gonna tell y'all try to keep it respectful. Do what the fuck you do, nigga. Like, you understand what I'm saying? Because if Trap Lord Ross say niggas started trolling in the comments of the Mafia Material Mobcast and got smoked, hey man, man. All publicity is good publicity. You wanted to be famous when you made that comment. Oh, this shit crazy, man. This shit crazy. But yeah, man. A little piece of Chicago drill history went down. Make sure y'all like and subscribe. You know what I mean? More deep dives into the culture. You know, we got y'all covered. Like smothered chicken, nigga. Big yicken. But